Good morning, everybody. It is 7:28 and time to start living well, and we're going to do so with a little help from Grand JiVante's. Corey DeBerg is here from that place that really, Michelle, thinks outside the box.
They do. You really try to engage all of your residents and kind of change the way we look at senior living. And your newest thing, which is really new, just starting this week, right, is the Experience Club.
Yep, that is correct.
Kind of talk a little bit about what that is.
So the Experience Club kind of mirrors what bucket list might entail. We all have our bucket list or some version of the bucket list of things we want to do maybe before we get older and we can't do them anymore.
Right.
So the Experience Club is kind of gauged at seniors 65 and older that maybe want to try new things in their life that they haven't done before. So maybe you haven't gone scuba diving, or you haven't taken certain trips, or things that you want to do before you get too old that you can't do them anymore. The Experience Club kind of brings all the people together and is a monthly event that we will host that will allow you to try new things.
So you'll pick different activities that you'll be doing every single month, and then say, okay, who wants to participate in this? And then get everybody together, and you have a chance to do that.
Yep.
Now, the thing about your place that, Michelle, we really love is they don't plan things the way a normal facility would plan it. You guys really, we said this already, think outside the box. And the way that you came up with this idea was brilliant, because you took some of your own experience and then brought it to Grand JiVante's. Explain how that happened.
So my cousin Jess McDowell runs a spin studio in Cedar Falls called Joy Wheel Spinning. It was a very new business that she brought to Cedar Falls, and I don't know all the details behind that, and I'll probably massacre it on TV here, and she'll get pretty mad about it. But
it was just the inspiration. You don't have to get
exactly.
You know what your program's all about. That's the main thing.
It works.
It works.
Okay.
So this is a different kind of spin studio for Cedar Falls, one of the first in the area. So living in rural Iowa, even I, as her family member, didn't really know much about it. So we had a family night one night and went and checked it out. Very different. I thought it was pretty impressive, actually. And on the way home, I was kind of thinking, you know, I, as a 32-year-old adult, this is definitely a product aimed for 20 to 30-year-old women. Even being a younger adult, I didn't quite understand or didn't know much about this product until that night. And I was kind of thinking, if you're 60, 70 years old, there's a lot of different new products and services out there, different experiences that you might not even be aware of. And you aren't going to experience them on your own because you're just not going to know anything about them. In addition to that, even if you do know about them, if you're 70 years old, you might not feel comfortable going to a spin studio with 20-year-olds there by yourself.
Right. You might be a little intimidated.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
Kind of like
but you don't want to show them up is what you probably don't want to do. But you might not participate in that because of that.
Exactly. So what we kind of thought about then is, okay, we want to expose seniors to different kind of products and services that maybe they wouldn't experience on their own and make them comfortable. So there'll be a group of 20, 30 of them going to a spin studio or doing these events so they don't feel like the odd man out.
Right.
So getting the,
makes them more comfortable.
Makes them more comfortable. Yeah. So, if they choose to do the spin studio, then we'd talk to the owner, my cousin Jess, and say, can we come at maybe a time there's nobody else there? That way it's just the seniors.
Just them.
Just them.
Yeah.
And they don't feel so embarrassed or intimidated about trying a new experience.
It'd be an exclusive experience club.
Yes.
How about that?
There we go. There we go. How are you for my marketing?
Kind of like the bucket list of experiences. Yeah. Give us some examples of some of the things that you're going to kind of roll out for everybody there at Grand JiVante's.
So, like you said, Lou, we'll have different events every month, and we will bring kind of our ideas of what we want to do or what we think might be fun. We'll do our research on things maybe the seniors don't know about and present them to the group, but it really comes down to what they want to do.
Okay.
If there's 30 people in this group and they all want to do a certain event, they can kind of choose the calendar, what we do every month. It won't be a set like we have to do this or this is what we're going to do. We'll present them options.
I was going to say, you're going to give them different choices.
Yep.
Okay, you can do this, this, or this. These are the three things we're going to look at. Which ones do you guys want to do?
Yeah, what has the most interest, we'll do our research to kind of give the highlights or the lows of that idea, and then they can vote on, we'll do this versus that. So some of the ideas that we thought maybe might be different would be the spin studio, maybe doing a cheerleading event at one of the football or basketball games.
Actually have them go out and cheer during a game?
Yep.
That would be very cool.
That
So-
would be cool.
Yeah.
Something you wouldn't do normally on your own,
Yeah.
or haven't, never even thought of.
I never even would have thought of that.
So that'd be one idea that we present as well. Maybe taking more trips around Iowa, doing those day trips. Again, if you're 65 or 70, maybe you don't want to go across Iowa or take a day trip because you're worried about driving, tired, getting lost. But we'll list options of maybe taking simple day trips across Iowa.
There you go.
There's a fitness center in Ackley, and they offer yoga, so maybe doing yoga. Again, maybe it's familiar for us, but if you're 70, 80 years old, is it familiar?
Done much of it.
Right.
Yeah. Kickboxing, any of those, Pilates, things like.
Really, you'd consider kickboxing too, because I'm sure there's some folks that have never tried it and they always wanted to try it.
Exactly.
Just to see what it's like.
Correct. And then we have somebody in our town that is a scuba instructor. So I don't know how realistic that one would be, but trying to find a
Give them
place.
Well,
the
you
feel
could
of
find
the
a
gear
pool,
and stuff,
yeah.
and maybe
Yeah.
put some treasures at the bottom of the pool to go dive in for.
Yes, exactly.
Michelle has the creative ideas
There you
over
go.
here.
We can
A high
make
hope
that
for you.
fun.
She'll
That's
make some things and throw them at the bottom and put them in a chest.
There
And
you go.
it sounds like you'll have some pretty substantial sized groups then that'll take part in this. I guess initially when you were talking about it, I'm thinking it's just going to be, maybe a handful of people or so-and-so and her friend and taking part. But you're really, doing a great job of organizing it as more of a larger group effort.
Yeah, we're trying to, hopefully, we get 20, 30 people, and if we get more, we'll break them into smaller groups and try to accommodate the best that we can.
What are some of the things, because you say you're looking for feedback from the people that you have living there, what are some of the things that you've kind of heard about so far that they seem to be most interested in, or?
Again, it's kind of funny, like when you present some of the stuff, they haven't even heard of it. So you talk about some of the stuff and they get them like a million questions because what is a spin studio?
That?
Like how does that work and what do you do? And
Now, is this the kind of thing that you want feedback from some of the family members, maybe, of people that are at Grand JiVante?
Absolutely.
Or would you just want the members themselves?
Absolutely. I mean, either one is fine. Again, we want it to be a good experience for everybody involved, so we'll take any kind of
Or
feedback
maybe some
or
folks that are
suggestions.
watching right now said, hey, I have a great idea. Maybe you guys can go do this.
Yep, and we have a Facebook page. We check it pretty regularly, so if you have ideas, post it on our Facebook page and say, hey, I was watching this morning. This might be a really cool idea to try this.
Oh, there you go.
So we'll take that into consideration as well.
That'll work.
You have things like taking a limousine ride or even a hot air balloon ride. And there's probably people that, some of the family members, maybe they have businesses of things that maybe would be a nice experience to offer up as well.
Yep,
for
absolutely.
Some other ideas.
We're looking for contacts, even if you get an idea of scuba diving, like we just mentioned, that's an idea, but then how do we make it work? How do we find those contacts?
Right.
So if anybody watching has contacts or ideas of how to make it actually work, we'd definitely be interested in that as well.
Well,
That gets everybody excited. Something to look forward to, try new things.
Yep.
Something
The
to talk about
possibilities
later
are
over
endless,
dinner.
aren't they? They really are, to be honest with you, because as long as you have the idea, chances are really good you can make that idea come true.
Correct. And we just want our goal is, for this again is we want to make sure that people can experience life, have a good experience before they get to the point in their life. As we get older,
they can't do it.
They can't do it. So we don't want to have that have you have that regret where you're 90 years old saying, I wish I would have done this.
Right, and it's a club, so is it something that you want your residents then to be like a member of? They need to sign up to, or is it just
This is probably more of
by
a
month?
probably more of a community focus versus our current people that live with us. They are absolutely welcome to join if they want to. And some of this will be we want you to be a regular attendee, coming to everything that we offer if possible, but are things that we do that don't interest you don't feel safe with, you're not comfortable, you're just not interested, then you don't have to come every month. But definitely we'll promote everything we're doing each month, and that way if you are interested, you can come.
Well, I think this is a brilliant idea.
Yeah,
I
so
really
if people
do.
have ideas
Get
and they
people
want to share
charged.
them with you or find out more information, maybe they have family members that could be a part of this, where can they go for some more information?
So first, our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Grand JiVante. Again, message us or leave us a message, and we'll definitely see that. Otherwise, go to our website, which is grandjivante.com, and we have a contact us on there, so you can give us ideas and learn more about our company there as well.
That is great.
And you can give other seniors ideas too, just by visiting there.
Right. I like your idea, folks. If you have businesses that might be able to accommodate some of these activities, get a hold of Corey on the Facebook page and you'll be in good shape. Thank you, sir. Great idea. The Experience
you.
Club. Okay.
Yes, very nice.
It
Fun.
is 7:38. Don't go.